Hi Marvin, how are you? This is our second session, and we did the first one is last week.
Yeah, hi, Hamid. Compared to the last time, I think I feel better now because remember before when I talked to you, I was so stressed that time. I
Yes.
had a lot of problems, and I told you that I cannot sleep properly, right? And I don't have peace of mind. But so far, right now, I feel happy. I think I have peace of mind.
Now you
Yes,
have peace of mind. If you compare with last week,
that's right.
it's nice. Also, the last week I said you need 4 or maximum 5 sessions to fix your some of problem.
Oh,
Like yeah,
so it's going to be 5 sessions, right?
exactly, because you are the very good on this way
Okay.
to fix and to change your some of the things which is affect you to problem like the friends you mentioned, right, about your some friends, and your also some sleeping problem. How is going about this sleeping problem?
Because of a lot of things bothers me, a lot of things, because of different things that stay on my mind, it really affects my behavior. So, for example, right, I work in a call center, right?
Yes.
So I talk to different customers every day. So
Yes.
I deal with different customers. Some of them are good customers, some of them are racist customers, some of them are irate customers. There are really some complicated issues that that affects my mind. Sometimes, even though I'm not at work, I still think about it.
But do you like your job?
I like my job, but we talk to human people, to the human, right? So it's a real thing. So it's a real problem. So this sometimes it affects my rest time because instead of me forgetting all the work related issues, sometimes due to severity and complexities of the issue, until at home I still think about it.
Until still at home you think
Yes.
about that still.
So also, for example, for example, if my boss said something against me, for example, they said like they said something that I don't like, or if they said something like I felt so violated, it stays on my mind. So it's not easy for me to forget it. So it really stays on my mind. So the tendency is I keep on thinking about it, and I feel so stressed about it, and because of that, I lost the urge to sleep properly. Even though I want to sleep, my body cannot sleep properly because of those things.
Because of those things.
Yes.
I see. So how is your relationship with your boss and with
To be honest, I have a
workmates?
lot of boss. I have a lot of boss. So, you know, this is one of the disadvantage of my current work because we speak directly to the clients. So before, when I worked in a different company, the clients just talk to the boss internally. Okay, but this time around on my new company, the boss don't talk to my manager, to my senior managers. They don't talk to them directly. They talk to me. We suppose not. And the way they approach me and the other employees are not actually professional, and the approach is not friendly. So there are times that I fight with them because it's just like I find it very rude, and I don't like being treated that way. So the tendency is, you know, I said no sometimes to them, and I raise my pride, I raise my voice, and I think that is just like a natural defense mechanism because I'm also a human, you know. But sometimes when I do that, it makes me worried Why? Because
Why?
what if they will terminate me, right? For example, they want to remove me from the company because of that. So what will happen to me, right? So that's why it puts me on hard situations sometimes. So those situations really makes me stressed because sometimes, I feel helpless. So I don't have option but to to stay in the company because sometimes if I think like I will leave the company, s- part of my mind says like you will not find another job, something like this. So that makes me stressed sometimes.
So do you share this case with your other friends in the
To be
work?
honest with you, all of
Have you shared
uh,
or have you told?
almost every employee in our work has this kind of issue because, as I mentioned earlier, the clients are not friendly when they talk to us about the mistakes or about the process that we have. So a lot of us, felt depressed sometimes and stressed. But me, to be honest with you, I don't talk to this. I don't share this kind of problems. Like too much personal. I don't share much details of my situations
Why?
or of
What
my
is the
challenges to others.
why you don't want to share? What is the reason?
To be honest, I have a trust issue.
You have a trust issue.
Yeah, I don't trust much. Because in this kind of industry, whatever you share to them, I think they can use it against you as well. They can make some stories about this one, even though it's not true. Since you gave them an idea, they can use it against you. So that's why I don't share my personal life too much with other people.
How about them? They
Them,
are
yeah, I heard them sharing problems, which is good also because it helps them make themselves relax. Because sometimes if you share your problems with other people's, it gives you a peace of mind. It makes you feel better.
so even in break time. Are you alone or do you try to find
To be honest
someone?
with you, I prefer to be alone. But there are sometimes, yeah, to be honest, because naturally I'm introvert. Most of the time on my break time, I go alone. Because I'm busy. I'm using my time to study. You know.
Yeah.
But when I see my workmates, for example, in the office, I say hello, hi, good, how are you? We bully each other, we make good jokes, something like this. But when it comes to my break time, I usually spend it to myself because I'm doing multitasking. While I'm doing my lunch, I'm listening to different trainings. It's very important for me. And some people criticize me about this one. So some people, to be honest with you, they make fun of it because they said like, oh, why are you eating alone? It's just like they're taking it as a big deal or like, why are you alone? Like, why? What do you mean? Why am I alone? It's normal. But sometimes make me not comfortable because I hear some people talking about me about this kind of situation.
You also have to get used to this situation,
I'm
right?
very
For a long
comfortable.
time.
I'm very
Also.
comfortable with this kind of setup.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why people don't understand that there are people who has this kind of personality. I think the proper term for that is introvert. In this world, we have different types of people. We have introvert, we have ambivert, we have extrovert. Some people when they're alone, for example, when they're not sharing their foods to someone else, they feel so pity with themselves. They feel self pity. It's just like, oh, no one loves me, something like that. So they cry, something like.
But you don't think something
No, I
like
don't
this.
think that way because I'm doing a lot of things. I'm I'm eating and then I'm reading. It's normal for me. But when I see my workmates, I make some jokes and we bully each other for fun, but that's it.
So also the last week when you mention about your boss and your workplace, it sometimes can be stressful, and we choose some goals to improve your this. And also when you say I am stressed if I cannot work here, I cannot find any work, right? And at the same time we choose the one goal. Do you remember that is the go to any country? It can be like Europe, and you can work there. You
Yes.
said it is also my dreams.
Yes.
About this one, do you continue?
Yes. I'm not getting any younger, so I have a lot of plans. I'll have a lot of dreams. So
You are the insist, right, on this
yes,
goal.
I want to achieve my goals. I want to achieve my dreams. So I want to be able to work in Europe, especially in Spain. So right now I'm studying Spanish language online, and at the same time I'm working. So I'm really busy with my work and my studies. And also because of that, I don't have enough time to sleep. And a lot of times that almost every day I think a lot. I think about different things, work issues, and then school issues. There are some pressures at work. There are some pressures at my school as well because you have some assignments, you have some deadlines. So sometimes my schedule at work and the schedule at my studies are not compatible. So it affects my health, it affects my mental health, it affects my sleeping pattern.
For the sleeping part, we I think talk like how you can sleep early. For example, on the weekend, you say sometimes my friend called me to go outside because they don't have a school or anything, and you remember, right, that is on the weekend especially the people can call you and you cannot go to the bed early. The first of all, for the sleeping, you should pay attention to sleep even also in the weekend. How was the last weekend? Have you tried to that?
No,
No. Why?
because my friends went to my house,
Really?
and one of my friend kept on doing his assignment. So he kept on asking questions. My friend really needs some help. So I think he really needs my help. So even though I don't want to help him, I still help him. And also my other friend, he's there in my house. He kept on talking to his customers, and it's very loud. I cannot sleep properly, and sometimes also I need to watch him because I don't want my housemates to see him because he's a visitor. Sometimes he likes to be there outside of my room, and I feel like my housemates are not comfortable. So it's just like for some reason it's just like it adapts to my obligations. Instead of me staying in my house resting, right? I need to check on him because he's outside of my room. So I'm afraid maybe he will do something crazy, or he gonna do something that my other housemates will feel bad, and I don't want that to happen.
Did become this situation just last week, or before the last week also it was the head?
Before it's okay, but right now, but last time, it was a pressure because I'm already studying Spanish. Because before I'm not studying Spanish, I'm just working, so there's no problem with my schedule because I only work, and that's just like normal. But right now, it's just like very very challenging for me because I'm already studying online, so there are some deadlines that I need to do. You know.
So right? Sometimes some our friends can change our daily routine
Yes.
to do some things together. It sometimes can be enjoyable. We would like to do it also, but on our goal ways, we should first of all to our goals.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
For example, I have a friend. He's from Indonesia. He's studying, right? And he's very stressed. He's very stressed on his study. So he asked from help from me, you know. So of course, he's my friend. He's one of my close friends. So sometimes I really need to do my assignment, but he also needs some helps, and it adds up to my stress, you know. For example, I need to study online. I have 2 hours to study, but I will not use these 2 hours for my study because he will ask a lot of questions. He asking for help, you know.
For help.
Yes. And also aside from that, he will say another thing. He has another he wants to say something about another topic. And what I usually do sometimes when he talks, I focus on my assignment because I need to focus as well on my assignment, you know. But sometimes I notice that he felt angry with me. He said, "Hey, you're breaking the communication." Maybe he doesn't understand. He doesn't understand that, you know, I'm also busy. I have a lot of things to do, but I'm trying to help you out, you know. But of course, I need to help you out. I also need to help myself because you can see I'm studying. I'm also working. But you're only studying, so you have a lot of time for yourself. Me is divided, you know. You understand? So that sometimes that's why I put my earphone and watch videos, and sometimes I pretend that I don't hear them because if I will focus on listening to them, then how can I do my assignment? But it affects my relationship with them, you know, because I can feel sometimes that they get angry with me.
It's kind of true.
Yes, and sometimes it adds to my stress, you know.
So this.
Yeah, I also become sometimes angry with them. I also talk to them, "Hey, what? I'm busy. Don't disturb me," something like this. And when I see their reaction, sometimes, you know, they get hurt because, you know, they think like, "Oh, it's not the normal Marvin that I know." Marvin's Marvin is not like Marvin is not this kind of Marvin. Just because I'm studying now and I have a lot of pressures in my life right now, so I need to focus as well in my goals.
Have you explained your situation for why you do?
No, because I think they should know about this one because they know that I'm studying online, and I already know. Hey, I already told them, hey, I have some assignment that disturb me, but
What?
they still feel offended when sometimes I don't pay attention to their queries when they ask me. They still sometimes they get hurt. You know, I remember one of my friends. He told me, "Hey, I'm talking to you. You're not listening to me. You're breaking the communication, something like this." But you know, it's my intention to be honest. Because if I will listen every time, then how can I study online? You understand?
This is also in your home, or how this place in the web? I mean,
It is my home because they always
home.
go to my home. There's no problem with mood in the house.
even in your home they
It's
don't
okay. Because
allow you to your work.
they feel comfortable in my house, and I'm happy about it because I'm part of their lives. But you know, sometimes it's just that I need to do something and I cannot do it because they're asking a lot of things from me.
I see. So have you again? I want to ask this question because I really wonder it is have you ever tried to explain your Spanish language situations to go to Europe, or
My
have you
friends,
ever
yes,
explained your
yes, they
dreams
know.
about
They know about this one. They
They
know
know.
about this one. They know that I will go to Europe, and they know that I'm studying
Yeah.
Spanish.
I think you are right when you say they should know. They should know.
Yeah, this is something that I should not have discussed with them like word by word. When I say that, hey, I'm busy, they should know it because they know that I'm working as well. They should know that I'm busy, you know. I should not say word by word that, hey bro, 7 to 8 p.m. I'll do this. You only have 10 minutes to tell me, and I only have 10 minutes to help you. I should not tell that way. They should know about it. They should use their common sense. You understand, right? They should know it. They should see.
Always they are like this, or do they show? Do they support you to your this way?
they support me, you know, but
They
this just
support
happened
you.
recently because, you know, they have also some challenges. They just happened recently. But also this happened to me recently because before I'm not studying Spanish, you know. But my friend, every time they have a problem, I'm there. For example, my Indonesian friend, when he was so stressed in his life, when he feels like nobody loves her or not nobody loves him, when he feels like everyone walk away from him, I was there. You know, there was a time that he want to find work. I was there with him. I tried to help. I tried to find him work. I also help him to find house. Every time he has problem, I listen to him. You know, sometimes I sacrifice my my sleep instead of
You
me
sacrifice
sleeping.
your
Yeah,
sleep sometimes.
yeah, because they hey I have a problem. Go sometimes 2 p.m., 3 p.m. But I need to wake up 6 a.m. You see, they sleep like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. But I supposed to be sleeping that time already, right? So that's why.
Do you put to some limit for your friends? Do you
Some,
try to put all?
yeah, sometimes I tell, but sometimes it's hard to explain. Sometimes they say, hey, come on, just we will just eat, we will just I will just like to smoke something like this, and then this 15 minutes will become 2 hours.
How long have you been friends with them?
Like more than 1 year already.
More than 1 year.
Yeah.
How long to this situation is
This
coming?
situation just recently happened like 3 months ago because
3 months ago.
yeah, before I'm not studying Spanish, I just started studying Spanish like 3 months ago.
And it's still continue, right?
Yes.
They don't allow to you work Spanish language
Why?
until now. Until now, they don't allow to you work studying. I mean, this Spanish
No,
language.
they allow. They allow.
They allow.
They allow.
Yeah.
They see me studying online. They see me study. They know that I'm working, but of course, I can also feel their pressure because no one will help them, right? So, for example, my Indonesian friend, he's so afraid. Like, what if I will not be able to pass my assignment? What will happen to me? I will not get my visa. So he's so stressed as well. So sometimes, even though he knows that I'm busy, I know he also tries to fight for himself. Like, oh, I need Marvin. I need to ask help from Marvin. Something like this. So even though he knows that I'm busy, sometimes I think he has no option. He really needs to call me and he really needs to ask for my help because nobody knows how to do this assignment, for example. So I understand his pressure as well. So as a friend, it's like I don't have any option but to do it. So that's why sometimes I sleep like 5 hours, 4 hours, something like this.
Because of your difference, especially. Can you say?
Yeah. For example, the previous day, it's my rest day, but I was not able to rest because they're in my house and he kept on asking about his assignment. Now I was not able to enjoy my rest day.
So, but when I realized that is when you mention about your difference, you smile.
Yes, because they're funny.
They're funny.
Yeah. They make me happy, but sometimes we fight. We fight as well. There's no perfect relationship. They made me angry sometimes, because they're like kids. They don't focus on their goals. They keep a lot of thinking about things, and no, I'm not like that. I always have goals in my life. Maybe they're younger. They're younger than me. They have a lot of their mind settings are different. For example, they keep on changing their mind. I wouldn't do it, and then after a few days, changing the
Change.
mind. Understand?
So you have a good relationship with them, actually.
Yes. They trust me so much.
How about your other friends? You mentioned also the last sessions.
I can make friends
from
easily,
the-
but I don't trust much.
You
For
don't-
example, there's a lot of people invite me to go outside. I don't go. I don't go because if I think that it would poison my mind, if I think like this kind of people will just make me lost my direction, my sense of direction, I will not do. I'm very focused on my goals.
I know. I believe also you really focus your dreams, your these goals, and we agreed also. We agreed to you continue 100% and to be a success. And also, how about your sleeping problem again? If you talk about it, because you mentioned that some question is coming before the sleep
Yeah.
in your brain,
Yeah.
right? Can you open this question? It's like which kind of the question, or can you share me?
Yeah, so there are a lot of times that I cannot sleep properly, as I mentioned,
Yeah,
because I'm very sensitive person.
sensitive person.
So sometimes at work, when I talk to the customers, when I
Yeah.
had like, when I got a very, very irate customers, it affect me affectionately, which I know should not happen. But sometimes, even though I don't like it to happen, sometimes it's really happening. So this kind of things really bothers me.
Yeah.
For example, the customer threatened that, hey, I will escalate you. I will write something against you. That way, your company will remove you from your company, or customer will say you're not good. You don't know what you're doing. They should terminate you. Something like this.
Do you exercise regularly and also eating?
Wow, that's a good question. I like it. Before I'm not eating healthy, but right now I'm eating healthy. Right now I like eating noodles, not
You
the
like-
artificial noodles. I want noodles with a lot of vegetables, and I like fishes, eggs, something like this. And yeah, I don't exercise every day, but it's five times a week, sometimes 4 times a week, sometimes 7 days a week. But the good thing is I'm still active, so I don't do I don't do the body lifting just to get muscles. What I do is exercise. I just want to make sure that I'm able to burn some calories. I just need to make sure that all the muscles, all the body parts of my body are functioning well. So I do 30 minutes exercise every day. If not every day, at least 5 times or 4 times a week.
It's nice. So sometimes some unexpected situations can come on us, and I'm saying it for your some friends, which is you just now mentioned about them. You can continue with them, I think, because you are saying you have been know for 2 years already, and you just try to say them very nicely and again explain about your studying span, why you do it. And also after that, if they insist on this way, maybe you can see them less little bit for just for some times. And also, do you have the other things to share with me?
Struggles. Oh yeah, sometimes my housemates, right? My relationship with housemates, maybe with my housemates, sometimes it adds up to my stress. For example, I remember one of my housemate bullied me. I just put accidentally my shoes
Really?
in his shoes, and he said a lot of bad words to me, like, hey, you're funny, blah blah blah, you're stupid. Oh,
When?
I was so surprised with this. And of course I confronted my housemate about this, but we did not fight. But I was so strong. I talked to him face to face, and it was done by mistake. I told him I did not do it by intention. You should not speak to me that way, because in the first place I was trying to be friend with you. I treated you very well. I gave you food, something like this. I was treating you nicely, and you would, with just one mistake, you will tell this kind of words to me. I don't like it. So we fight, like not really like a physical fight, but like words.
Like
only.
argue?
Yeah, I gave him a lot of words, strong words because of
Yeah.
this. And also, of course, when my friends visit my house, of course, it's we cannot move freely in the house because I feel shy with my housemates.
And not
And
comfortable.
Sometimes my friends bully me. They say, "What the fuck? It's like you're in prison, something like this. This is punishment. Why you cannot speak in your house, something like this." They bully me because of this.
Nice. Are you uncomfortable of the situations from your friends, which is the
When they visit me, of course, yeah, to be honest, I like my friends.
Yeah.
But but sometimes if it takes too long, like 5 days, 7 days, it really affects my schedule.
By the way, this is the same friends?
Yeah, because maybe if it's just like 1 day or 2 day, it's fine, right? But
Yeah.
sometimes it's very, very like too long, and it affects my schedule. For example, 3 days, 4 days, 7 days. You understood?
Yes. Why he stay? Like,
Maybe because they need help for assignments, something like this, or maybe the other friend, maybe he felt bored in his house because his family are not here.
yeah.
And because we're very close, maybe he's enjoying my company. He really wants to be with me because we're always bullying each other. So maybe he's happy with me because I'm fun. Um, I'm very trustworthy. My friends always trust me, and aside from that, I'm a fun person. So I'm a childish person. So I bully them. They bully me. So we love. And every time we are together, we always happy and we always laugh.
You
So
know,
maybe.
don't forget, okay, to explain again about your studying Spanish language. And then if they continue, let's talk again here. Okay? And also about your sport, it should be, I think. And in the work also, maybe you can try to communicate with other person in your workplace.
Yeah,
Maybe you can try, right?
for sure.
Yes. Okay. So next week, see you again. Okay.